know that people secured your existence as an Edo man today? I'm giving accolades to the whole of Edo land, the Isakos, the Isans, the Akoko Edos, the Owans. So when you hear me mention Benin or True, note that you are the Benis. Don't let the name confuse you. I'm giving accolades to you all. In the heart of West Africa, deep within the red soils and the sacred groves, stood an ancient empire, the Empire of Benin. For centuries, the Benin bronzes echoed with royal decrees. The palace glittered with ivory and gold. The Edo people lived under the rhythm of ancient traditions. These traditions are guided by the sacred emperor, the Oba of Benin. But then came a shadow from across the seas. In the early days of 1897, there came strangers bearing strange flags, irons, weapons, and cold foreign eyes. They were the British. The British called it a punitive expedition on Benin. But what punishment does a kingdom deserve for guiding its sacred ways? What justice lies in the fire that eats the ancient shrines, or the bullets that pierce the heart of warriors defending their lands? The Oba, who was sacred and untouchable, was captured and sent into exile in a place in today's Nigeria called Calabar. The royal palace, once a place of reverence, adorned with bronze plaques telling the empire's glory, was looted. What the ancestors had preserved with blood and prayers was taken away in crates. They were stolen to a foreign land. Mothers and wives cried on this very day because they knew their husbands and sons would never return from this battle. Chiefs fell with their swords in their hand. Sacred groves were trampled under foreign boots. The spirits of the land wept, and the sky itself seemed to darken. The fall of Benin Empire was not just the fall of a city, it was the shattering of a soul, the silencing of a sacred drum that had beaten for generations. But the glory does not end there. Though the bronzes lie in foreign museums, though the palace was razed, the spirit of Benin still breathes. In the chants of the elders, in the steps of the dancers, in the blood of the descendants, the Benin kingdom still waits, not in silence, but in strength. One day, the bronzes will all return. I give praise to the brave warriors of Benin who stood their ground and defended their heritage till their swords couldn't be lifted with their heavy hearts. 1897, a day we'll never forget. I sing of the lions who rose when the thunder of guns cracked the sky. I praise the blood that boiled not with fear but with fire. The warriors who stood firm like the ancient Uloko tree when strangers came with smoke and steel to steal our soul. General Aso, your blade danced in the sun, your feet never fled. You stood at the gates like the spirit of iron. Your name is etched in the wind that whispers through the palace ruins. Sokwamba Road will forever echo your name. I salute the chiefs who chose death over disgrace, who whispered war chants and gripped their spears when the white men's ships crawled up our sacred rivers. Oba Yuwana, Ezomo, Ologbose, Oba Sogi, Oba Kavaye, Oba Yangbon, Uso, Oba Adesagbon, Eboikirin, Ugiagbe, Osagwe, Oba Wonyi, the brave sons of the soil, who poured libation before battles, who fell with honor and rose as ancestors. O strong men of Benin, your bones lie in the earth, but your stories rise with the dawn. Your courage fed the fire that still burns in our hearts. For though the city fell, the spirit did not. Though the palace burned, the throne still stands in our blood, and the great Benin still stands as the heartbeat of the nation. I'm sorry if I couldn't mention your uncles, your fathers. 80% to 90% of the communities in Edo land fought alongside other warriors in different routes. This is to tell you how the war separated so many families, separated people who wanted to protect themselves from the invaders. So I'm sorry if I didn't remember yours. You can drop it in the comment section. A comprehensive list will be jotted out. So that notwithstanding, I will pour libation for your valor, O great warriors. I will chant your names beneath the moon. I will teach my children how you stood and fought, so they will never kneel to their oppressors. The great emperor Oba Ovorame chose exile over surrender. It shows dignity over deceit. They took your palace but not your pride. They burned your walls but not your name. Your spirit guards the bronze they stole. Your blood lives in the throne of Benin. I speak your name with reverence. I will forever sing your courage to the unborn. Oba Ovorame Nogbasi, you were not just an emperor. You were a pillar holding the soul of the kingdom in your heart. When the red coats marched with greed and gun, you stood like a leopard surrounded but never tamed. You are the royal flame that refused to die, the silence that roared louder than the cannon fire, the king who walked into exile with his crown unshaken. Your enemies recorded history, but we carry the truth in our blood. You reigned with honor, you left with grace, and you rose again in the heart of every Edo child. We shall forever give kudos to your name. Oba Atokwe, he said, may the king live forever.